Toronto, Canada. A busy supermarket on a Saturday afternoon. A loud slam echoed through the checkout lane as Logan, a wealthy young man with a gold watch and expensive jacket, threw a pack of premium steaks onto the counter. "Are you stupid or just slow?" he snapped at the cashier. Her name tag read, Aisha. She looked up, her eyes soft but tired. "I'm so sorry, sir. The machine is freezing." "I don't care," Logan yelled, pointing in her face. "I pay good money here. You cashiers are all the same, poor, useless, and replaceable." People stared. Phones raised. Cameras recorded. Aisha's hands shook, but she stayed calm. That made Logan even angrier. "You should be grateful I'm even shopping in a place like this," he said loudly, hoping everyone heard. "This whole store is trash, just like the people working in it." Gasps filled the aisle. Embarrassment flushed across Aisha's face. But then, a voice called out from behind Logan. "Is there a problem with my employee?" Logan turned around slowly. His eyes widened. The person standing there was no ordinary manager. It was someone with power. Someone who seemed to own everything in this store. Logan gulped. Who was this woman? Logan grew up in luxury in downtown Toronto. His father owned several tech companies. People at school admired him, but for the wrong reasons. He was a bully. A heartless one. If someone wore cheap clothes, he mocked them. If someone worked a part-time job, he laughed at them. "Hard work is for losers," he always said. "Money buys success." He believed wealth gave him power, especially over people who worked service jobs. So when he saw Aisha, a hijab-wearing cashier scanning groceries, he thought she was beneath him. He didn't know her story. He didn't care. What he didn't realize was, Right arrow Aisha wasn't just a cashier. Right arrow she wasn't just an employee. Right arrow and she wasn't someone to mess with. Aisha moved to Canada from Kenya with her little sister. Her dream? To give her family a better life. She worked nights, studied business during the day, and saved every dollar she could. Most customers were nice. Some rude. But Logan was the worst she'd ever faced. Still, she kept her head high. Because she was working toward something bigger. Something Logan could never imagine. When Logan insulted her heritage, saying, "People like you don't belong in Canada," Aisha finally replied. Her voice firm. Clear. Strong. "Everyone belongs here, sir. Even you." Logan's eyes burned with anger. "You think you're better than me? You're a nobody." Phones kept recording. A video that would soon go viral. The woman who stepped behind Logan. She wore a stylish blazer and a badge with a single word on it. Owner. Her eyes were locked on Logan like ice. "We value respect here," she said. "And we do not tolerate bullies in my store." Logan laughed nervously. "Your store? No way. You're just..." Then he saw it. A huge poster on the wall. Grand reopening, new owner, Aisha Foods Group. Aisha smiled at him, but this time, with confidence. Logan felt the blood drain from his face. You're the owner?" The camera zoomed in. Everyone leaned closer. Aisha took a slow step forward and whispered. "We need to talk, in my office." And she pointed toward security. Two guards grabbed Logan gently by the shoulders. "No. Wait. I didn't mean." But it was too late. He was dragged away in front of everyone. Humiliated. Powerless. Scared. As the automatic doors closed behind them, Aisha stared at the footage on a customer's phone. She remembered every insult. This was far from over. Logan sat in the office, shaking. All his life, he thought rich people like him ruled the world. But now? He realized he was sitting in a chair owned by the same girl he bullied. Aisha slowly walked in and sat across from him. Security guards stood at the door. Logan tried to fake confidence. "Look, this is a misunderstanding. I didn't know who you were." She raised an eyebrow. "So it's okay to bully poor workers, as long as they don't own the place?" He stayed silent. For the first time, he had no comeback. Aisha opened a file on the table. Logan Reed. Son of Mark Reed, the businessman behind Reed Technologies, right? Logan looked confused. How do you know that?" Aisha leaned back. "My sister used to apply for software jobs at your dad's company." Her voice cracked slightly. They laughed at her accent. They said she didn't look Canadian. Logan swallowed hard. "Your bullying isn't new," Aisha continued. "You just learned it from people who thought they were better than others." Her eyes had a mix of anger and disappointment. A phone pinged. Security whispered to Aisha. "It's already online." The video of Logan insulting Aisha was blowing up. Thousands of views per minute. Comments flooded in. "Fire that guy. Cashiers deserve respect. He should be banned from the store." Logan grabbed his head. "My reputation, my family. I'm done." Aisha looked at him carefully. "This is your chance to choose who you want to become. Not who you were trained to be." Aisha suddenly stood up. "Come with me." Security opened the door. Logan followed, fearing cuffs or police. Instead, she brought him to the break room. Inside were the same employees he insulted earlier, all staring at him. Aisha spoke loudly. "Everyone makes mistakes. Even big ones. But today, Logan will show us if he can change." She turned to him. "You want forgiveness? Help us restock the shelves. Work with us. Be one of us." Logan looked shocked. "You want me to work here?" "No," she said softly. "I want you to understand here." Logan worked harder than he ever had. White heavy checkmark stocked shelves. White heavy checkmark cleaned messes. White heavy checkmark carried groceries for elderly shoppers. White heavy checkmark apologized to every worker he insulted. Customers noticed. Some recorded again, but this time, they smiled. They saw a bully learning humility. For the first time in his life, Logan felt something strange. Pride in earning, not buying. Aisha watched him helping a single mom pack her groceries. "You're doing good," she said. He sighed. "I'm sorry, for everything. I thought money made me better." She smiled kindly. "In Canada, we don't look down on people who work hard. That's what makes this country strong." He nodded, ashamed, but grateful. "Can I come back tomorrow?" he asked quietly. Aisha thought for a moment. "Yes. But as a volunteer. And a friend." Logan smiled for the first time. A real smile. Not the rich boy fake confidence. That night, Logan returned home and told his father he wanted to work for his own success, not just inherit wealth. Aisha continued growing her company, hiring more immigrant workers and helping young people like her sister get better futures. Logan became her biggest supporter, not her bully. Because he finally learned. The value of a person is never their job. It's their heart. Did this story teach you something? Then make sure to subscribe to Stories Mike for more powerful Canadian stories about justice, respect, and real-life lessons. White heavy checkmark, hit the like button. White heavy checkmark, turn on the notification bell. White heavy check mark and comment your city below. Where are you watching from, Canada? Toronto? Vancouver? Calgary? Let us know. Canada Maple Leaf. Your comment might be featured in our next story. Speech balloon sparkles. Join the family and never miss another mind-blowing lesson.